Good morning, gentlemen and ladies, if you're watching, and welcome to UkraineDating.tv, the world's first and only by donation video platform that is designed for Western men to meet Slavic, beautiful Slavic women and win the hearts of gorgeous Ukrainian women. Anyway, so today's topic is understanding toxicity in relationships with Ukrainian women. So let me play the video and then we can get into it.
High self-esteem men do not enjoy any form of kind of pushback and aggression and that they just don't like that crazy toxic cycle at all. Low self-esteem men see toxicity as a signal that she's attached to him rather than a signal that her mental health is unstable. They see her overreacting to you liking a picture, or her overreacting to you to go, see your ex-wife with the kids, or her overreactions as, oh, she must really love me, rather than a reaction to show that she is unstable and she's found a man that tolerates instability.
Well, let me tell you something, guys. I have a very good example. I used to have this friend. I talked about her before. And that's exactly how she would act with every single boyfriend. She would flip out even if they look at the other woman. It was before social media, I guess. It wasn't that big back in the day. But every time her ex-boyfriends, not at this point, every single time, they look at another woman, even we'd be at the club and some woman talk to them, she would flip out. And at first they thought it was, oh, that's cute, she's jealous, she likes me a lot, exactly what Sadia said. But then in the end, really, they they just realize that she's borderline unstable and insane. So yeah, she's ruined a lot of lives. Yeah, but my point is, again, you guys, you have to know your worth. You might think, oh, I'm not that good looking, oh, I'm old, I don't have a nice body anymore, or this or that. First of all, you can always improve. What's that saying? There's always space or time to improve. Anyway, so my point is, everybody, it's not just men, women too. You need to step back and just reevaluate your life, your what you expect from others. Set up boundaries. I keep telling you guys, you need to set up boundaries because, to be honest with you, if you don't have boundaries, then I mean, the people will just walk all over you, and that's what happens. Honestly, that's what happens. I've been in a situation, when you're thinking like, oh, okay, well, he loves me, but he's a little unstable, but maybe because he's just jealous because he loves me, and then it turns out he's just borderline crazy as well. So I've never, honestly, I've been around a lot of Ukrainian women. Obviously, I grew up in Ukraine, and I've never met a woman that's unstable, Ukrainian unstable woman, to be honest with you. I'm sure they're out there. I just never met one before. But I, just judging from myself and all the women that I know in my life, very quiet. Um, Hi Dan and everyone else, and hi everyone. Anyway, so I've Ukrainian women don't like drama. Honestly, we just don't. For me, the most important thing is that my man is mentally stable. I don't want anyone unstable, and someone who's loyal, and someone who just loves me for me. And that's what I was looking for. That's why I never really got married, because I haven't met the man of my dreams up until last year. So, but anyway, you guys, I keep saying, like, you can always improve, but yes, you should just really sit down with yourself, nobody else, in front of the mirror if you like, and just talk to yourself and decide what you want in life. Do you? There are some men that actually love this kind of attention from women, acting crazy, and then they think it's love, that they really care. They're just being jealous and cute, just like Sadia said. It's not. It's not cute. I know. Well, my opinion that a man, a high quality man, is, well, basically all men. They just want to come home and have peace and quiet. They don't want nagging. They don't want, oh, well, how come you're late from work and you didn't do this and you didn't take out the garbage and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. So, um, nobody wants to come home and just argue. So you need to find someone who's just, loves you for you, and wants the best for you, right? So, well, that's why I held off for 40 plus years. So, but oh, coffee's good, and I overslept today, so I need lots of coffee. But I mean, hold on a second. Yeah, so just I mean, I don't know, just like social media these days ruining people. Um, I, it's kind of sad to see, but yeah, like I said, one second. Comments here. Good morning, Zhenya. Rush. Okay, let's see. Hi, Bill. Hi, Spencer. Russian and Ukrainian women want a man who has a plan, takes charge. I know this well. That, you know what, Spencer? That is so true. I know a lot of women in the West. They have this idea that submitting to men is somehow demeaning, right? And I don't know. I grew up in a culture where the man is the head of the house, right? The woman is the neck, because yeah, the woman can turn the head. I mean, it. I know from my relationship, I let my man lead because I know he has my best interest in his best interest. So he wants the best for me. So it comes natural to me to submit. And when he is wrong, don't think that I'm not gonna tell him. But we always discuss things in a, like two adults. We sit down, we discuss. There's no screaming involved. There's no name calling. There's no, well, too much hand movements and stuff. So we, and my previous relationship was really the opposite. It was always screaming, always yelling, always name calling, and insults and stuff like that. So what I wanted was someone who is mentally stable, who can actually have a normal conversation if we disagree. Because I know from my own, like, in my own experience, I don't want somebody who agrees with everything I say, because honestly, that's a simp. Honest, and no matter what, some women say, "Oh, I want a simp because he's gonna do this everything that I ask him for," but there's no really challenge, and then women do not have. Honestly, they don't have respect for these men. They don't. So men, just stop simping over women. You know, um, but women that don't really add any value to your life. And I've met so many men that they just have very low self-esteem, and they're like, well, I don't deserve any better. Even my boyfriend right now, because he was in a relationship for so long, and his wife didn't well ex-wife didn't treat him well, and he just thought that he didn't deserve better, but he deserves way more. So it's a matter of finding the right person for you. And honestly, guys, if I were a man, well, I don't know, I don't know how I would feel, but I think I would have enough love for myself not to settle down with someone who does not love me, who does not respect me, who only brings chaos to my life. Why should I? I mean, and that's what I after my last relationship, that's what I thought to myself too. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay single. I don't care. I just want a peace of mind. I don't want stress. I don't want to argue on daily, or I don't want to argue, period. But sometimes it's okay to have an argument when you're both grown adults. When you can have a normal conversation without any altercations. Because, like I said, we agree to disagree. We can't agree on everything, right? And like I said, if the man agrees on everything with you, there's no challenge. It gets boring, period. No matter what people say, I know it is 100% true. It gets boring when two people just agree on everything. Okay, the most important things need to be agreed on, like the budget, like, okay, where you go on vacation, or what which house you're gonna buy, what car, this, that, these big, decisions you have to agree on. But little things, like, I mean, even last night we went to the movie. Well, both of us didn't like it, but he wanted to see it because the first one he saw, he was in love with it. I didn't really care for the first one either, but I was like, okay, you want to see the movie, and that was a total disaster. For the first time I fell asleep watching the movie that was in the theaters. Anyway, uh, but anyway, so so disagreed. I honestly, I didn't really want to go to that movie. I knew it was gonna, but he wanted to go, so yeah, I went. It's just you. What the relationship is, it's constant work. So I know a lot of women, especially here in the West, they just want to have it all made. They want to come into man's life when he already has everything built. He has a house, he has a career, good job, like making money, and they want six figures. Excuse me, five figures is not even cutting it. As like, well, what? How much are you making, lady? Because I doubt that the women that have these high, super high standards are even up to those standards. So at least, honestly, Ukrainian women, we know what we are worth, and obviously don't want to settle down for anything less. But sometimes you have to, and what I mean by that, like settle down for something less. Ukrainian women, when we see a potential in a man, let's say he's got some, okay, maybe he's a little bit overweight, he he doesn't have good eating habits or working out. It's okay, it's a work in progress. If the woman loves the man, she will put him on a diet, that she will work out with him. She will invest her time, she will invest her love. And believe me, time is the one most important and very underestimated thing that we have in life. And people throwing it away on useless people, or people that hurt them or use them, abuse them. And I say, just why not just be alone and figure out what you want in your life, and then once you know exactly what you want, then you get out there. Like, if you don't know exactly what you want in life, then just hold off. Like I said, have a conversation with yourself. Like, make a list of what the things that you want in life, and work towards them, right? And there's a woman for every man out there. Well, statistically speaking, there are more women in the world than men. So yes, there's more than one for every man. But anyway, so, and my point is, you have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, nobody will. Believe me. And I say that to people. The first and most important thing is that you have to love yourself in order to be able to love anyone else. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? Because you should be the most important person to yourself. Because without your health, without your state of mind, without you living on this planet, there will be a lot of people who maybe might miss you. So you take care of your health. That's number one. Because, like I said, without health, you can have all the money in the world, but if you are effed, like, really, you're sick and you're dying, like, you can't enjoy the money. So, and this is what I say, Ukrainian women, what we really care about is health. Now is number one. Money is always there to be made. And nowadays, there's so many ways you can make money. You can make money out of freaking air. to be honest with you. If you know what you're doing, you have good marketing, you can really sell anything. You can sell ice cream to Eskimos. Anyway, let me see what you got to say here, you guys. Hi, Irina. I see you. Do hi. Well, that was to Bill, but Bill beat me to it. Okay. Ooh, you guys bombarded me with all the messages. Okay, let me see. Hello, Zhenchka. Hi, Irinочка. You haven't been for a while in time in Ukraine. Things change, unfortunately. Women act like men can be women like men can be toxic, but we are blind when we are in love. Yeah, да. What's the saying in Russian? Любовь зла, напрыгнешь на козла. Anyway, anyway. Well, yeah, I guess I haven't been there. Okay, in a while. I know I talked to my brother. Okay, when a woman. Okay, let's see. When a woman says she doesn't believe you, clearly there is a trust issue. Without trust, relationship cannot go forward. That's exactly my point. Exactly. So, um, to comment on that, yes, without trust, you can't have a relationship. That's just bottom line. You cannot have any kind of relationship, not a romantic relationship, not even friendship, nothing. Definitely not partnership. So trust has to be number one. Trust and love. And if you love somebody, you're gonna stay loyal. You're gonna do everything in your power to make that person happy. But again, I don't consider I don't consider it my job to make my man happy. He has to be happy within himself already. I can make him happier, which I do on daily, and he does the same for me. But you can't expect, okay, I'm miserable in my life. Oh, you know what, this is not how this is happening and this is happening. Oh well, I just need a man with a lot of money to come and just swoop me off my feet, and then buy me all the things, and my life is going to be better. No, that's not the case. You know Happiness is, it comes from within. Okay, and it's a choice. Okay, and the choices are, like, if you, I mean, to me, like I said, to me, I'm happy every morning. I wake up and I'm grateful. I thank God for that I woke up. I'm healthy. I look pretty good for my age, and I feel good. Not all the time. Sometimes I go work out and overdo it, and the next day, it's like I feel like 90 years old. I don't even know what it feels like at 90, but I don't know. With my luck, um, all the women in my family on my dad's side live a long time. Anyway, so where the heck was I going with this? Anyway, let me just see what else is it. Okay, what happened to Coach Red Pill? I have no idea who is Coach Red Pill. Okay, let's do. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's great that you have a healthy relationship with Harmony, not Italian mood. You'd be funny. That was hilarious. Yeah, actually, yeah, Italians. My best friend, her ex-boyfriend of 4 years is Italian. There's a lot of passion. She's Russian, he's Italian. So there's a lot of passion. Too much for my liking. Too much. Because sometimes passion can be just turn into very toxic, whatever the heck it is. Their relationship was quite toxic for my liking. Ooh, too much. Okay, retailer Ukrainian prison killed him. Oh wait, what coach? Okay, you need to can you elaborate on this, the red pill person, please? Okay, good morning, Yinka. Okay, yeah, okay, no. It was that is the viewpoint of the Americans. Why bother with marriage? Well, I mean, in the West, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's um in the West, a lot of marriages happen. They get married, and then he's got his life together. She looks pretty, or what? Well, with all the makeup on and fake crap, with fake hair, fake lashes, fake everything. Yeah, but they want a real man, right? But anyway, so yeah, so the woman can come into the life, live like marry a guy, be with him for what, less than a year, divorce, take half of his stuff, right? And if they have kids together, the judges always look uh, they're more sympathetic to women, and yeah, like I don't know, yeah, she can just take everything, and then he's left with nothing. Was watching this video, this guy. Well, I really don't feel any sorry for him, but the story goes that he was a millionaire in his 40s. He met this woman. After 7 months, they got married. They lived together for they've been together, married for 7 years, and he when he was getting married, he already had his life established. He already had a nice house, like a mansion. He had a nice Mercedes, well, everything, right? But the thing is, he's a lawyer. So anyway, he married her 7 years down the road. She's leaving him because I guess she got tired or whatever the heck. The issue is because he's a very good looking man. I'm like, what? There's something missing in the story. But anyway, so he's complaining that, oh, you're telling me that after 7 years that she just wants half of what I've earned. She never worked in the day in her life, blah blah blah. Well, you know what? You're a lawyer. Why are you whining? Like you should be the person. Aren't you the one who's doing the prenups? I mean, you maybe he's not a civil law, like the what is it, family lawyer, criminal lawyer, but you're still a freaking lawyer. It's like a doctor, okay, pediatrician, but doctors, they, even though they work, some of them, they work only in certain health, anyway, so, but they still know the basics of what the body's like, just the basics, right? So, I mean, and if I know about prenups, and he's a lawyer, I'm sure he knew about it. So I don't know, man. If I were you, I would definitely, if you're getting married, uh, I mean, of course, the woman doesn't want a prenup. That's just common sense, right? No woman wants a prenup. Some women, because they go into the marriage for one reason, and one reason only, is to drain the man dry. Or but and then the women that are in love with the man, it hurts their feelings that they're actually truly in love with the man, and the man is like, well, we need to sign a prenup, and it hurts their feelings. And I also understand that. But I do understand men. And I mean, if I was a man and I had millions in my bank account and I had everything going for me, and I met the woman, and she's nice and she's sweet and kind, and I'd still sign a prenup, because a lot of them put a really nice mask on for a while. Sometimes you live with a person for years and you don't know what the heck is going to happen, because there are some people go into marriages knowing that they're going to kill the spouse for insurance money or whatever it is. Like, I mean, there are evil people out there everywhere, but still, don't give up. There is that one person for you out there, and pretty sure that most of you guys will find a good woman with us. Like I mentioned before, all women are vetted. There are no gold diggers, because frankly, we just don't want these women. Why would we want to tarnish our reputation um, having these women? Plus, we already have so many women that we really don't need. We select them very carefully, because we don't need these like low lives hanging around here. And yeah, basically, we are here only because we believe in love, that we believe that it happens. Okay, I mean, like, look at Joe and Anna. That's the reason why they created this match guarantee, because they met and there was love at first sight. And there is someone for you out there. Just be patient, okay? And know your worth. Man, I keep telling you, just don't think like, okay, take that SMV test, sexual market value, on our website, and you'll see that you'll get more points with Ukrainian women simply because we find Western men better looking than Ukrainian women. That's just number one. That's just right off the top. You get at least 1 to 2 points more than Ukrainian men. Plus, plus, like I said, Slavic men, most Slavic men, they're just so into alcohol. It's, I guess it's a part of life, and that's where all the anger comes. It's like abuse. And in Ukraine, it's people just get married too young, right? And it's like, oh well, if you want to have, like live together or just have be in a serious relationship, we have to get married. And this is why a lot of people get divorced in Ukraine, not because like gold diggers and this and that. There's no gold to dig. Like, so basically, there's no gold to dig in Ukraine. So Ukrainian women, we are just used to this life, just having the bare minimum, and we make the best out of it. Believe me, like, oh, when I was younger, I remember like, oh yes, I wanted a man with a lot of money that I don't have to do anything, and like always. But I was a kid, okay? I was really a kid. I was even like, I was barely a teenager. Because I would watch like MTV and be like, oh my God, people live so awesome in US and in Ukraine and the West. Yes, I want myself a American or Canadian boyfriend and blah blah blah. Anyway, but I grew up and it's just it's life. You have to pay your bills. I don't want to just roll up on, like, I didn't want to be just coming to someone's life and then here you take care of me. No, I want to do my part, and that's how Ukrainian women are. That's 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 how the relationship should be. You should It's once you start a serious relationship, it's a union. There's no more I. There's only we from that point on. So you always have to take your partner's opinions in consideration. Of course, like, I will never make a big decision without my man. I make decisions on, like, oh, what I want to cook, but I still ask him because I know what what he wants, right? I would be like, okay, baby, what would you like today, like? And he would say, okay, I want this, and he's every time I make a new dish, which is pretty much every day, he's like, okay, this one is on the repeat, and this one will repeat, okay, and this one, and I'm like, well, you should have to start making a list of what I need to repeat and which order you want it to go, because at this point, he's like, oh, I don't even remember what I wanted. That you cooked something. I'm like, anyway. Anyways, so okay, let's see. This is this is the viewpoint of the American swipe. Oh yeah, no, I just read that. Oh, I'm happy that you could say bye bye to that last one. You know what? Me too. I never thought I was gonna get out of that hellhole, but I did. Sometimes you get stuck with toxic relations. Like, you know what? That's true. The one thing, yeah, Irina, you're right, Irina. And I know a lot of Ukrainian women put up with so much crap from men that don't deserve them, and because in their minds they're like, well, I see potential in him. He's unstable, but maybe I can calm him down. Maybe I can, maybe I'll be the one to change him. Maybe I'll make him quit drinking, or I'll make him. No, this does not happen. And I keep telling Ukrainian women, just don't even bother with these losers either. Like, just be single. Crap, like, whoa. So, like, my point, I'd rather be single than to be with someone who does not love me or appreciate me or wants me to change. Like, like I said, I've been in relationships where it's like, oh, everything's fun, and I tell them up front the person that I am, what are my boundaries, what I like, my likes, my dislikes, so they know. And then, well, yes, I like everything about you, but well, maybe you can change this and maybe you can change that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to change. You can't change, you can't change a person. It's very rare that the person will change unless they have some very bad habits and they need to be changed, then yes. But if it's just like minor things that, some habits of people there, yes, I can, I'm very open to adjusting. And like I said, Relationship is constant work. It's not like all peachy. Yeah, this honeymoon phase, what, a year, couple of years, everything's peachy, blah blah blah, and then you get into the routine of life, paying bills, because yeah, at first like, oh, dates, going on a date and going there, going doing this, everything's, but then once you do start having like a very serious relationship, when you have to sit down, make a budget, this, that, this is where all the adulting comes in, right? So you honestly, you need to sit down and talk to your partner, and it's best you do it sooner. You need to talk to your partner about the big things, that like boundaries. You need to sit down and right off the bat, these are my boundaries. You're my woman. I don't want you going out to clubs and wearing skimpy outfits or whatnot, or like whatever it is that, or you don't want your woman to have guy friends, or whatever it is that are your boundaries and her boundaries. Sit down and say, hey, this is what I expect of you, these, and then these are the things I want from you, but it's up to you. So again, it's constant work. It's not just, oh, I'm in love, everything no, it's constant work. And I mean, that's why back in the day, before the social media, our grandparents, whatever, yes, people got divorced, yes, but it was not such a common thing. Right now, what is it, like 80% of people, some crazy number that are getting divorced, like what, like this is why I'm watching people getting divorced and uh, getting married and getting divorced after a year. It's like, oh, he was my whole world, but then he did this, and then that's it. That was my breaking point. I had to leave him. Like, it's only been a year, and then he just did something that he usually does, and when you were getting married to him, you knew he was doing it. That was his habit, but now you can't stand it anymore after a year. Like, this is marriage is one of the biggest biggest decisions you'll ever make. Finding the right partner is a partner for life. And I see some people just being, oh, well, I don't deserve any better, what are my chances of finding a good woman? And I'm like, I'll just settle down for. And then just talking to my boyfriend last night, and he was telling me he knows this. Well, this is one of his good friends, passed away not too long ago, and he married. He was super duper rich, some jeweler guy, and he married this woman. She was half his age. He was exactly the same age as her dad, and he knew what she was like. Even though they were married for some time, whatever. Right? She all she cared about was jewelry. That was the only thing that she cared about. She didn't care about him much, but she still stuck around with him. But and I guess he was like, "Oh, she's pretty," and like what he knew he couldn't do any better than her look wise anyway. But I guess he could. I mean, if he shopped around, I guess he had money to burn. But that's my point. And I don't know if he was happy or not, but I can't see myself being happy with someone who's just all they care about is just material things. Like, I don't know. I find it stupid when people just think, oh, money, oh, he has to have money, so that way I'll be happy. No, if you need to buy things to fill the freaking hole inside of you, then by doing that, you just keep making the hole bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's never going to be enough. That's why, you guys, if your woman is very comfortable spending your money and doesn't even look at the price tag, I suggest you run. Like, you run. Just don't even deal with that woman. Anyway, let's see what else here. Political environment is absolutely toxic now. Oh my gosh, yes, you're right. I can talk bad about Z when I'm talking to Ukrainian woman. I can't talk about Putin when it's a Russian woman. Oh, Zelensky. Okay. Yeah, well, politics are dirty, if you ask me, and it's all messed up. Agreed. Relationship is a constant war. Not well. You know what, Spencer? You if it's a constant war, you should get a divorce. Like, I don't understand. Like, for me, if I come home and from work and all I get is war, what the heck? Why be in that relationship? Like, if it's a constant war, it's constant work, but not war. No, no, no. Then just run. This is why it is crucial you have many similar interests and philosophies. Yes, correct. You have to have similar interests. Yes, I like, for me, it's always been I wanted a partner who's 50% like me, has the same common interest. Yes. Again, like you said, philosophy. And then I also wanted him 50% different. Okay. So that 50% I learned from him. And then the 50% he doesn't know, he learns from me. Right? Because if you're too much alike, I don't know. I think it would get boring after a while because you'd be just like, okay, well, because you need to. I know this for myself that you need to get out of, get out of the box, and try new things, and sometimes at the comfort zone. Because I was in a comfort zone for a long time. That's why I put up with a lot of stuff from a previous relationship. And it was the hardest thing I done. One of the hardest things that I've done in my life is to leave. But it was not easy. But once that was done and over with, now I feel like liberated and I feel like a new person. And so yeah, so when you have someone who's like exciting and sometimes he wants to do things I've never done before. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go try it out. Sometimes we do things that he's never tried before, but I've done them. So it's exciting because even to see his face, like, oh my God, this is so cool, right? And then he's introducing me to something that I've never done. And I'm like, oh my God. And he loves to see my face when I'm excited too. So I don't know. That's how I always looked to have a good relationship. That's what I always wanted, is to enjoy simple things in life, honestly. Because yeah, like nice vacations, of course. Like I would eventually, I would love to, like, I put it on my bucket list to go like somewhere to Bora Bora, like some nice, very exclusive, package to go. Yeah, but that's later on in life when we both have money saved up for that. Who is that lady who doesn't want her men to earn well? Minority who don't care. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, then me, we've been together for over a year, and I've never asked him how much he makes, and we talk about pretty much everything, but I don't, because I really don't care. Right? Life is good. We're getting along just great. We're doing fun stuff, and like I said, sometimes fun, like, honestly, the best things in life are free. Honestly, true love is really free, because if you have to pay for it, it's not true, and it's definitely not love. It's love for money, but not love for you. So yeah, going for a walk when it's nice outside. And right now, like, I love fall, I love autumn season. It's like all the leaves are changing colors, it's like red and orange and yellow and still green and dark brown. It's like all over. Just to even go for a walk and enjoy life. So I feel sorry for people that all they care about is money, 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 money. It's really pathetic. It's pathetic. But what do I know? What do I know other than being healthy and living happy life? Anyway, let's see. True time is the most irreplaceable resource. Exactly, right? Because people think, oh yes, I have so much. I'm still young. Blah blah blah. Next thing, boom, car accident. Poof, you're gone. You are gone. So I suggest that, again, it's my own opinion, so take it or leave it. But live your life to the fullest. Of Live today, because tomorrow is not promised. Okay, you never freaking know. Like, I mean, Even let's take, for example, what's that guy, Paul Walker, right? The guy from, what is it, Fast and Furious, the blonde guy with blue eyes. He was in, like, in this prime, and what, a car accident and he's dead. He was gorgeous, he was successful, he was super talented. He could have any woman he wants in his life. Like, I mean, any. Like, he was drop dead gorgeous. What happened? Went for a drive, car accident, gone. Gone. So my point is, like, then when people are like, oh, I need to save for the future, I need to save for the future. I'm not saying don't save, because I'm the kind of person that always saves for the rainy day. But live in the moment. You also live in the moment. Just enjoy. Stop. Look at the sky. Enjoy the weather. If, like, you just take a breather. This is what I really like about my relationship. That's what we do. We just sometimes just sit and watch clouds float by, and we just see different shapes. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys will want the same. You just want to, sometimes you just don't want to spend money on it. You just want to have quiet time with your woman, just doing nothing, reading together, or watching a movie, or going for a walk. Like I said, if you really truly love your woman and she truly loves you, you will find fun in everything, even grocery shopping. I mean, if you really really love the person and you love spending every moment with that person, then everything is going to be fun. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars on having a good time. Like, I'm even having coffee at home. Like, I make the best coffees. So, yes, best lattes, best coffee, best everything here. So, and I would much prefer to stay at home and do, like, eat at home, because I really don't like outside food. I'm not. But sometimes it's nice to go for a dinner, just to have a date night, right? And again, like, I don't care for five-star restaurants. None of that stuff matters, because, like I said, I cook better here. So, let's see what else. 0% of men earn well, and 90 of women goes from them, goes for them. Yeah, mainly losing here. You're right. You know what? You are so right. Um, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yes, more than one woman for each man. I will take the extras. I'm sure you will, Bill. I'm sure. Well, like I said, hey, sign up, Bill. I see you here all the time. Sign up. Try it out. There are plenty of women. You can take a pick. Agreed. You must love yourself first. Money can buy love or happiness, so they say. Well, listen, to be honest with you, like, what is happiness? To each their own, right? To me, again, I'm gonna say it again and again, and every single time people ask me what makes me happy. What makes me happy? I wake up, I feel good, I look good, I'm healthy, and that's how my day starts. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful the sun is shining, or even if it's not shining, if it's gloomy outside. I'm happy. I got out of bed. I feel good. I look good. My fridge is full of food. My bills all are paid. Um, I'm good. I'm good. My family in Ukraine is taken care of. My man is taken care of. This is my happy place. I am happy. I'm happy within myself. I'm happy with my man. I'm happy with my family. Well, that's it. That's a little tragic because they're still in Ukraine, and yeah, it's not that good. Talk to grandma. She's not doing so good health wise. So yeah, I want to go back home to Ukraine, but there's a lot of crap I have to deal with here before I leave. So, okay, so agreed. You must. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I already seen this. What is this? Leftovers from Ukraine. Well, that okay. So is that supposed to be an insult? What do you mean leftovers from Ukraine? You can always have leftovers where you're from. Mm. Let's see. That is right, Jenny. Health is very important. I'm about to quit smoking. Quite okay. Quit smoking. Feeling glad about it and reduce a lot. That's good. You know what? Honestly, my grandpa then he was a smoker all of his life. My mom smoked most of her life, and then my grandpa got sick, so he quit. But it was too late. It was too late. He died. Um, that was his smoking was the big one of the biggest contributors to his death. So I suggest. I mean, smoking ganja. I smoke ganja, but it's legal here, and even if it wasn't, I don't care. I sometimes like it. I paint and I draw, and that's my thing, my kink. But anyway, let's see what else. Oh, sorry, I already click on this. All heroes are the front. And the thing is, this. Любовь зла, полюбишь и козла. Да. That's funny. Okay, so this, it says любовь зла, полюбишь и козла. That means love is evil. You can fall in love with a goat. Well, goat, like a goat, not like greatest of all time, like, I don't know, donkey. Let's yeah, that's so it's like love is blind kind of thing, but and good for you, Dan. I've spoken dozen of Ukrainian, Russian, Kazakh women. Very few smoke. They don't want smokers. No, well, honestly, who wants to lick an ashtray? I mean, when I was younger, I've kissed, yeah, guys that had a cigarette. And yeah, it's like licking an ashtray. And I mean, I've smoked. I used to smoke, but not like just like a couple of puffs here and there with the drink, not a whole cigarette. But no, that's disgusting. And every single time I smoke a brush, so it's not worth it. It's bad. Like tats are bad too. You know what, Ray? That's I was talking to my man about this. Yes, he brought it up. He brought it up because he said the Western women they like tattoos. And to be honest with you, like ever since he mentioned that to me before, because then I mean I've lived here for 25 years now, so I don't really notice these things anymore, I guess. But he was telling me that yesterday. He's like, yeah, the Western women, they're all like most of them covered with in like tattoos. I do have a tattoo. I have a very small tattoo where it's well hidden if it needs to be hidden. And it was an impulse. I was very young, but I didn't want to get a big one, so I got like a little tiny one. And it was because it was peer pressure. My friend at the time, she was getting a tattoo, and she was very scared of needles. She's like, "Oh, get one." So I see how painful it is. But jokes on her, because I'm very tolerant to physical pain, so I didn't flinch. And then she was getting hers, and she was crying. She's like, "You lied to me," and I'm like, "What did I lie to you about?" She's like, "You lied to me because you said it didn't hurt." I'm like, "I didn't say it didn't hurt. I just didn't cry." Anyway, yeah. So me and my man, he says that he's met quite a few Ukrainian women in his life, and he says that yeah, they're natural. And look at me, natural. What? There you have it. Anyway, so um, and then yeah, tattoos. I don't know. Okay. So where we come from, tattoos are only for men. That's number one, and only for criminals. Back in the day, there was no such like the only people that got tattoos were criminals. Period. Nowadays, when I first came here and I see all these people, yeah, and I mean tattoos are some of them very well done. But what people don't understand, after a while they get washed up. You have to retouch them. The skin gets loose, and by the time you're old and all this like curtains hanging over here, it's just I don't know. Not my thing. I don't like men with tattoos. Well, I don't. I guess I don't mind, but I don't know. Um, I think tattoos it should be just for men. Like in Japan, it was for samurais. In the Russia, Ukraine is for criminals. But here in the West, it's for everyone, I guess. Okay, Coach Red Bull Gonzalo Lira. Look him up. Oh, Gonzalo. Oh, well, I need to. Okay, hold on a second. So before I forget the name, I'll just yes. Gonzalo. Gonzalo. Gonzalo Lira. Okay, I'll look at it later. Anyway, okay, okay, I believe in marriage. The daily world word. Yes, I believe in marriage. I don't believe in divorce. Not God's. But you know what? I agree with you. Daily word. I forgot your name. Sorry about that. I suck with names. But anyway, so you said yes, you believe in marriage, and I do believe in marriage. Honestly, I do. I believe in marriage with a passion. This is why I've never been married before, because I wanted to get married once and that's it. I didn't want to get divorced because I decided, well, I don't know, my common sense. It's not about any religion or anything like that. It's just like I if I decide to get married, I just want to get married and want to stay with that person for the rest of my life. I don't want to get divorced. I don't want to find somebody else. I don't want to be looking. I just want to be with that person for the rest of my life or his life, however it plays out. Ideally it would be we die on the same day, the same moment. Well, get car crash. I don't know. Just shooting shit. I like to make fun. Anyway, let's see what else. No kidding. No kidding. Tats are everywhere now. I won't date a woman littered with tats. I will say very few Ukrainian Russian women have tattoos, uh, but at least those 3550s which I search for. Yeah, I really doubt. It's not women like for women to get tattoos, especially big ones. Something like tiny, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I want to say I regret my tattoo, but I don't. There's no point of regretting stuff. But again, like when I was getting it, I made sure it's very little and it's somewhere where it's always covered. It's always covered unless I want you to see it. You're not gonna be able to see it. Anyway, but yeah, okay, let's see. Ukrainian lady I have been seeing for 3 months now does not believe my good intentions towards her despite my consistently in turning up and having fun dates and supporting her. Then I don't know. That have you talked? Okay, let's see what else. What else? But twice now she stated she doesn't believe me, and when I paid her surprise visit, she thought I was stalking her. Then you know what? To me, it seems like she's playing games, and yeah, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat poop. But it doesn't look like she's really serious. Yeah, no, no, no. Telling you, my sixth sense tells you no, 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 no. Run, run, man, run. Because I think she's not serious about you, and she wants to make herself a victim in this situation. Because she's not really interested in you. She doesn't really want serious relationship. She's just she probably has you there, but she's still looking for someone better than you, or yeah, well, obviously better than you. She No, man. Um, if I mean, I don't know. 100%, 100%. She's not into you, man. I'm sorry to say that, but I'd rather tell you the truth. Like I said, I don't sugarcoat shit. And that's why people either love me or hate me, but that's the bottom line. I don't think she is. No. Mm-mm. Go, leave her. I don't. Yes, yeah, I don't like that either. There must. Did you guys talking to her? Yeah, Irina. Also, then to be honest with you, two two reasons why she's acting that way. Number one is the reason why she's been hurt many freaking times before, and she just, and most likely from her previous relationships where, yeah, man, just abusive, and especially if she's from Ukraine and she was married to a Ukrainian man, chances are she was abused. Yes. I'm not saying all Ukrainian men or Slavic men, but it's just such a common thing in Ukraine that it's just a part of life where men. This is why Ukrainian men don't want Slavic men, because Slavic men are so freaking entitled, just like the Western women to you, Western men. This is how Slavic men are to Slavic women. They they're entitled. They think, okay, I'm the husband, I'm the head of the house, you just cook, clean, you do that. They expect it from the woman. If the woman, if gets home, the dinner is not cooked, there will be hell to pay. Believe me, there will be hell to pay if dinner is not ready. If it's burnt, if it's not tasting good, there will be hell to pay. In most households in Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Russia, these are the dynamics. This is why Ukrainian, Russian women are sick and tired of Slavic men. We're tired of them. Tired, okay? And again, there are anomalies like my grandfather that was an amazing man. An amazing man. He's a role model for my future husband, who's my man, because that's what I wanted in my man. That because my grandpa was out of this world. Not only was he super good looking and very successful, he was kind, he was a handyman, he was amazing, and he treated my grandma with so much love, and she loved him, and that was the relationship I've always wanted, where mutual respect, loyalty, love, trust, everything. You name it, they had it all. And now I feel sorry for my grandma because now she's all alone, and it's been what, 6 years since my grandpa passed. And she misses him every day, every single day. Anyway, let's move on now. I mean, I'm getting a little. Anyway, let's see what else to do. Okay, that. Let's see, Irinочка. Okay, so it's weird. I don't like it personally. Then I guess is something with her. Yeah, I'm telling you, whether she was really hurt then, and she has a hard time trusting people. So I suggest you talk to her. First things, of course, you need to sit down and talk to her and ask her why don't you believe me? What is stopping you from believing me? I'm trying to show you. Maybe she's been, because I know from my experience, told you I've been with a man who would be nice, just to get, he was very super nice, kind and sweet, and whatever, he did everything but any woman would want, so I fell for it. But then his true colors came out, but I was already into deep, and took me a long time to get out of it, but I did. So I had trust issues also, and even like when I started dating my man, I had trust issues. Like I didn't want to tell him my life because I thought, he's just gonna hurt me like the man before. So I had trust issues, and I was in my shell. He had to bring me out of my shell because I forgot how to be myself. I forgot I was abused, and that could be the case. Maybe she's been abused and she's been lied to, manipulated before, and maybe that's why she doesn't trust you. But if you really like her, and if you really in your heart believe that she's a good woman, and she likes you as well, then give it a chance. Talk to her. Yes, talk to her and see what's stopping her. But then just also read between the lines. I don't want you to be taken advantage of either. Like I feel sorry for people, and I mean I felt sorry for myself too. When you invest a lot of time and effort and love and feelings and my money also. I mean, money doesn't grow on trees, right? So it sucks when you put so much effort and you date for a while only to find out that this is not working out. So it's best, you would sit down and both talk, like ask her what's the reason, why are you so closed off, why don't you believe me? Is it because your exes, maybe it was some family childhood trauma, who knows, just be honest, tell her that I'm trying my best, but I need you to reciprocate. So yeah, I always suggest just to sit down like two adults without screaming, take her hand, and if you guys, if it's, I don't know, if you guys just talk over the internet, or you guys can meet in person, I don't know, suggest, hold her hand and ask her, like, because sometimes they're just even scared. Like, I was scared to tell my man what really happened in my life, because I was scared he's gonna run and be like, "Holy shit!" Like, "Oh, this, oh, this is too much for me." Even though it wasn't that crazy, but in my mind, like, I thought I was damaged. So maybe she thinks she's damaged, because that's what I thought too. That's why I didn't even want a serious relationship at first too. I was like, I was damaged. I didn't want relationship. I wanted to heal myself. So maybe she's going through that. Just my suggestion: talk to her. Talk to her, man. Okay. Ukrainian and Russian women have been hardened by war or economy. Men, yes. Women are completely different from American women. It's like dating a redhead. It's tough. Well, what do you mean? Like, Ukrainian women are dating redhead is tough? No, Ukrainian women are easy to deal with. Like, we're quiet. We don't like to argue. I don't like yelling. I None of the women in my family ever raised voice at their men, so it's just not in my nature. And mm, all women that I've met, that I know, always quiet. But then again, I might not know what's going on between the closed doors. But anyway, let's see. There's no need for prenup if your finances is in a trust. That's actually a very good point you have there. Huh, never thought of it. You know what? You're right. I guess if it's, yeah, man, that's a freaking great thing. You know what? That was awesome. Yeah, you're right. Put in the trust. I won't marry a lady without having a prenuptial signed up in front. Be careful, guys. Yes. Yeah. I actually go out when I do some research and watch these dating, whatever, modern dating. So yeah, this guy, he's a millionaire, like he's some kind of B-list celebrity or some whatever. Like, he's, anyway. So he's like super rich, and he was with this woman for a few years. Decided to get married. Blah blah blah. He gave her a prenup to sign because he's worth like tens and tens of millions of dollars, right? So he's like, yeah, like, you need to sign a prenup. And she's like, I'll sign it, I'll sign it, I'll sign it. Day of the wedding, he's like, did she sign it? And because the lawyer was there, right? And a lawyer comes to her, and like, to him, her lawyer, and she's like, well, yeah, she doesn't want to sign it, blah blah blah. He's like, okay, wedding is off. And then she starts crying. She'd be like, oh, I'm the victim here, he called off the wedding. Well, she's been asking you for the last year and a half that you guys were engaged, getting ready to get married, and she was dodging, as she thought that she was going to put this pressure on him, like, oh, it's the wedding day, how can you ask me of this, blah blah blah. It's like, well, been asking you for a year and a half. So that woman was deliberately going into this marriage. That was the only reason she wanted to get married, just to get his money. And it's a sad truth, but there are a lot of women out there that go into the marriage only to get your money. she's not even attracted to you. She's probably disgusted by you. She's just like, every time she touch her, she needs to take a shower and scrub herself. But she's willing to do it because she knows she's gonna have a good payout. Most of the richest women out there, the reason why they're so rich is because they divorced a rich man. Okay, and that's the sad truth. Like, honestly, if you think about, like, when women say that in the West, oh, men are equal to men, blah blah blah, and women equal to men, but no, no, we're not. Okay, first of all, women are actually the beautiful creatures. If you think about it, I mean, yes, of course, there are handsome and gorgeous men out there, but if you think about this, when it comes to humans, the female form is more appealing, even to females. Okay, let's be realistic here. Men, if you put a naked woman and a naked man, the woman looks better. Let's just be all honest about this. But the men are strong. But if you look in the nature, it's the males are the pretty ones, okay? Because they need to seduce the woman. The women don't even look good, and the birds always, they build nests, and the woman comes, she approves, she's like, well, this house is not good enough for me. Moving on. So, so it's kind of funny, It is funny. Anyway, let's see. Mm-hmm. Anna is not a usual Ukrainian woman. She's a rare find. Which Anna? You talking about Joe's Anna or your Anna? I don't know. I don't gotta say. Mm. May need MG may need a good, honest agency, but at the end of the day, it's all business, generating money. Listen, we are honest, okay? Like I said, we don't want these gold diggers. Why? Because why would we want to tarnish our reputation? It's not even about like reputation. Of course, we might have some. I'm not blind. I'm not an idiot. There might be some women that maybe not even like a gold digger, but they will go for any guy because they're probably desperate too. They're like, oh well, I'm in my 50s and slim pickings at this point, so they'll just settle down for anyone and might not even be in love with the guy. But the difference between Ukrainian women, even if she's not in love with you, she will learn to love you, because if you treat her well and just with respect and care and love, believe me, first of all, through that being in love crap, you know what? Because in the end, that in love phase does not last too long anyway. What is it? Like I said, this honeymoon phase, a year, 2 years, right? That's where everything is peachy, everything is good, blah blah blah. But then reality sinks in, and relationships are hard work, and love. The word love has meaning. So to love is a verb, so it's an action. It's not just a feeling of being in love, it's an action. It's a daily, it's like going to work. Okay, if you slack at work and you don't get your assignments done on time, or you don't communicate with your clients or customers in a good way, like, what do you expect? You're not gonna get as many clients as you want. You're not gonna make as many sales as you would like. You get what you put into it, right? Just having a plant, if, well, like, let's say you're growing, I don't know, corn. If you're not gonna water the soil, if you're not gonna take care of it, if you're not gonna put any effort into it, what's gonna grow? The weeds are gonna grow. That's the only thing that's gonna grow. So you have to take care of the plant. The love, yeah, love is like relationship. Love is like a plant that you give it love, you take care of it, you trim the dead leaves, you fluff the soil water it, make sure you get it if it needs sun, you put it in the sun. If it doesn't need sun, you put it in the dark. It's constant work. You can't just be like, oh well, we're in love, so okay, let's get married, and everything's gonna be peachy and lovely and crap. It does not work. Okay, everybody has their bad days. Sometimes the husband can come home and he had a shitty day at work. The boss yelled at him. He's already coming home, he's upset. All he wants to do is maybe just eat, relax, unwind. And if he has the yappy wife just nagging, oh, you didn't take out the garbage in the morning like I told you so, like, yeah, like, who wants that? Who wants that in their relationship? Like, I know I wouldn't want this. Or like a man bitching and complaining about, oh, you burned the food. Well, okay, sometimes it happens. Sometimes, like, even though I've had what 30 30 plus, oh wait, like, when I started cooking when I was 5, so yeah, 37 years now. But it happens. Sometimes you just like forget. You I don't know, forget to turn down the heat. You burn stuff. Okay, let's start all over. This is what I'm saying. When people think it's all just butterflies and roses and pretty flowers and rainbows and all this stuff. It's not. Sometimes shit happens. It's life. And then, like Marcus Aurelius said, it's not what happens to us, it's how we perceive it. And if you go in a panic mode and you start freaking out over every little thing, like, you're gonna stress out your partner. And you will have to, like, as a woman, my duty is to be my man's peace. I want him, but he's a strong man. He does have emotions and feelings, like, yeah, I understand women are more emotional than men, but men have emotions and have feelings as well. So, like, sometimes he has a crappy day at work. All he wants is just to come home, see my face, get a hug, maybe a little back rub. I feed him some good food, make him some nice cup of tea. We just sit down, we talk, and he tells me what's happened at work, this client or that client, and it makes him feel better. And it's like I'm his therapist as well. And I know that that's what a lot of people want. They just want to come home to a person that loves them with every fiber, with every cell of their body, mind, and soul. And that's what you want, isn't it? That's what everybody wants. Well, not, of course, not rotten people that have no values other than money signs. That's the only value that they have. But you guys, know your worth and don't settle down for someone who is not worthy of you. Like, you might not be a 10, or might not even be a 5. The heck, like, it is what it is. But think about all the good qualities you have. And I don't know, if you're lacking something, I don't know, if you're not so funny, pick up a book with jokes, learn some jokes. Women love funny guys. You kidding me? Women will pick a funny guy. Well, in my, like, a good traditional woman that values men for their character, for the way he is, like the way he treats elders or his parents. She will adore. A good sense of humor goes a long way. I mean, look at Kevin Hart. Even though I'm not his fan, no, but he's not good looking. He's very short. What is he, like, 4'2"? I don't know, like a shrimp. But he can have any woman because, well, yes, of course, he's got a lot of money, but he's funny. Like, women love funny men. So I don't know, like, pick up. You know what? On Amazon, you can even get these jokes books for free. I downloaded a bunch of them. I read them. I don't know. Western jokes are not as funny as the Eastern jokes, but then you guys wouldn't even understand Eastern humor anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's see. Okay, the law is different here. No need for prenup. You come with nothing. You will need. Oh, Okay, well, yeah, you're right. You said you were in Holland, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It makes sense, right? Unless the partner wants to give you something. I mean, I would, if yeah, if I was married and we had kids and we decide to go our separate ways, sometimes people fall out of love. It happens. It happens. That's why I said, screw the being in love part. It's concentrating and putting in hard work into relationship. That's what real love is. In love is BS. Anyway, I didn't Bill get scammed or something? Poor Bill, but the chick was way, way too into him, almost airhead. Like we all knew it wouldn't last, but she was hot. Окей, я говорю дерзновением, имею Бога и не боюсь того, что может сделать человек, и любовь всяких страх, любовь истинная и взаимная. Не зла Irina. Okay, that's for Irina. Anyway, whoever understands, I'm not translating all that. Anyway, gotta go now. Okay, please come back. Okay, seems so natural. Who is Jenna? I don't know. And appreciate the way she wears women. I love natural women, though she still have a great connection that she doesn't need to be made up. I don't know who Jenna is. If you mean me, I'm Zhenya. Okay. So I guess it's me. Thank you. Thank you guys. Maybe you got an NVI from someone. Me? Oh, believe me. Then I have so many NVIs. It's funny. It's funny because I get the envy from people that thought they were so much better than me, and that, yeah, they were the it girl. They were all that. I'm looking back how they treated me, and I just look at their life now, and I kind of laugh because I do believe in karma. That's why I live my life to the best of what I can. Like I'm honest. I'm kind. I believe in good in people. I see the ugly, but I still believe that there's a lot of good people out there. So that's what I feel like. I want to spread love and good energy to everyone. Okay, that's just a translation. Prenuptial legal agreement protect both parties. It's a huge red flag if a woman will not be submissive to men's righteous leadership. Happy king, happy kingdom. Men don't be a simp. Yes, honestly, I have to. You know how they say here, happy wife, happy life. Well, not really. If the man is the provider, like how women, honestly, I'm no sugarcoating shit. Most women, if not all, want a man. Of course, it's common sense, just common sense that women want a man who is a provider, right? Especially if she wants to be a housewife and wants to stay home with kids, right? So So I think happy kingdom is the right thing to say, because if the man is the provider and the protector, he should be the first one to be happy, because if he stops providing and protecting, you ain't got squat left, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Women want equality, but no, I want my man to take care of things. But then I want to be equal. No, you can't be equal. Okay, you need to follow your man. If the man is leading, if the man is providing, if the man is protecting you, then you should follow him. Not be, oh no, I'm my own woman, but here I need you to get my nails done, honey. Like, no, what the hell? No, this is not how it works. All right, and this is why Ukrainian women are different from Western women, because this is our way of life. This is what how we grow up. That a man has to be happy before anyone else, because he's the one who's going and working what 10-hour shifts, you know. He's doing all the hard work. He has to put up with his crappy boss or whatever it is the circumstances are. He has to come home, and then if the woman, if the house isn't clean, if the food isn't cooked, and or she's like, oh yeah, I need my nails done, I need this, and then she does not do anything, then why the heck would he want to be with that woman? Like, if he's doing all the work and he's not happy, then what kind of kingdom is this? Like, he's not a king, he's a joker, right? I went to see Joker too. Do not watch that movie. Do not watch it. A waste of money, and I was disappointed. Not as bad as my man was, because the first one was one of his favorite movies, not mine. Um, I knew it was gonna be crap, but anyway, let's see. If you spend 20K on Matchmaker, I would have money back guarantee. You know what? I wouldn't blame you. I mean, yeah. Well, listen, match guarantee. Yes, she will match you up. She will pick the most compatible women for you, and you make your choice, right? It's not like we live in their heads and think, like, knowing exactly what their plans are. We choose them. We do an extensive research, obviously, um, and yes, we choose them to the best of our ability, to what we know of them, yes, of course. But like I said, there are conniving people, evil people out there, that they have a plan. They go and they invest years of their life on lies, like, even like, go on social media, so many people out there lying, and they're investing their time, they're covering shit up. So, you know there will be bad apples, candied apples that are rotten inside. And will match guarantee, yes, we guarantee we will find you best matches for you, and you make your decision on whom you want to be with. Like, nobody's forcing. It's not like, oh, this is your match and this is you, and there you go, mate. That's not how it works, right? But if you think it's a waste of money, like, okay, so $20,000, right? Okay, so let's say how much money you pay on first day date, especially let's say in the West, they need at least $200-300, right? Well, so let's say $200. Yeah, that'll be a lot of very expensive very first dates, but then but it's anyway. If you think that's a waste of money, okay, well, how much do you think you're gonna end up spending on the engagement ring with a Western woman? Okay, they want at least what, a year's salary worth for the ring. Ukrainian women don't care for this crap, because jewelry is just useless dangling things. To me, anyway, I don't care for jewelry. A man has a privilege of choice, and has the king. He chooses who he wishes to be his queen. A queen knows her role. Happy king, happy kingdom. You know, the way I look at life, uh, life is like a chessboard, and like in chess, queen always protects her king. So, like I said, happy king, happy kingdom. But then again, also, listen, the king is not just the king by having the money, because that doesn't, just because you have money doesn't make you a king. What makes you a king is your character, is how you treat people, is who you are as a person, your soul, your mind, not the material things that you have. To me, I honestly, I don't give a crap about men with money, because I always wanted somebody who would love me for me, who would see me as a beautiful person that I truly am. to see me in that way. I don't care if guy wants to buy me shit. I don't, because I don't even get excited going shopping. Honestly, I don't, unless it's for food. Because frankly, it's hard to find something that I like here in the West, and then it's hard to find the size for me because I'm small. Even extra small is hanging on me. Well, that's because in the West here is like the small size. In Europe, it's large. So, well, medium at least. So for me, like I need to anyway. Bottom line is money is means nothing. Yes, of course, women want somebody who's stable. You don't have to make millions, but as long as you have a steady job, that you can provide for the family to show. Like if you want to be the king is the mindset. It's not what you have. And then once you are a king, you want a queen, right? And then in that relationship, she brings the best in you and you bring the best in her. That's how a relationship works. What is how relationships work. So to be the king, and then you can't, and and if you're the king and you're the one who's choosing the queen, right? You can't say matchmaker, blah blah blah. You're the one who makes the choice. She gives you the choices. If you pick the wrong one, it's on you. Like I said, people sometimes don't see red flags, and they're like, well, I didn't know she was gonna, well, there was a red flag right there and right there and right there. Matchmaker's not gonna sit there and hold your hand and walk you through, like you are a grown man. You should know what you should say to a woman. You should know what you want from a woman. You should know your boundaries. You should know what your expectations are. Matchmaker will find the most compatible woman for you. The rest you have to do the work. Like, I mean, what? And then what do you want her to put your penis inside of her when you guys meet? Like, come on, man. I just Anywho, let's see. I will always be good and generous towards my lady, but sometimes, sorry to say, can happen in life. Listen, then, first of all, like I said, when you're the king and she's the queen, and if you just, like, let's say, yes, you said you want to be generous, and being generous, if she's your queen, if you have the means, if you have the source to buy her something that she really likes, let's, okay, I don't know, like me, like I said before, me personally don't care for jewelry, but I don't know, I like books, I like art supplies, for me, this is the kind of things I like as presents. But even then, I'd rather go pick my present, but my baby knows what to get me anyway. But the thing is, if she likes, let's say, a tennis bracelet with some kind of diamonds, just on top of my head, she likes it. You guys been together for a while. Proves you every single day. It's not just, oh, she proved me in the 10 years ago she's worthy. No, because like I said, relationship is constant work. So both of you need to prove each other that you still love each other, that you still trust each other, that you're the only one for her and she's the only one for you. You have to show constantly, every single day. You have to do these little things for your love not to die, because this is what happens when people get in relationships, they get married, and it becomes a routine. He doesn't notice that she did her hair for him. She doesn't notice that he went out of his ways, maybe took out garbage the day before, this, that, or like he trimmed his pubic hair, whatever, like little things. And if you stop noticing these things, and if you stop doing these things, this is guaranteed your relationship slowly, like a wick on the candle, when the candle is all out and there's a little bit of wax left, and this is, you'll just watch that candle go out, the flame will go out. So love is constant work. So you can't just be like, oh well, yeah, well, we're in love, and well, let's get married, and then yeah, everything's gonna be okay. No, you have to work on it. You have to always have conversations, and your love is as strong as the hard conversations that you can have with the one that you love. Okay? If you cannot have a very uncomfortable conversation about whatever it is that happening in your life, if you can't have that conversation, if you'd rather not tell the person that supposedly is your partner, then it's not gonna work. Period. It's just not gonna work. Anyway, I'm looking at the time. I'm going overboard again, but I just like to chat with you guys. And I know my boss is gonna be like, stop, it's taking so long. I know at 60. What? You're 60? Just looking at. Okay, well, you don't look 60 at all. I am a king past entertaining drama queens. Well, the drama babies. I don't even know why they call them queens. Oh yeah, I guess the queens can be drama, and yeah, well, all I know that most Ukrainian women don't like drama. I run from drama. I hate it. Like, it's energy draining. I want to save my good energy because I only have good energy. I want to save it on the ones that I love, my men, my family, my friends, myself, number one. No matter what, whoever says what, I'm number one to me. Okay? Because without me, my man wouldn't have his soulmate. So I have to take care of myself before I take care of anyone else. Anyway, you guys, okay, I can be here all freaking day because I'm looking at, oh my gosh, so many. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That many. Oh, and Pat is here. Let me see. Hi, Pat. Hi, Pat. Good information as always. Okay, Pat, how's it going with your lady? Okay, and also like funny and positive women. They're smart. You know what? That's so true. And honestly, like even when I'm out and about doing stuff, like I have to go to courthouse. Ugh, they already know me there, but I'm always smiling because smiles are contagious, And I sometimes even like going through drive-through, getting a coffee, and you can tell the person is tired and they're just like, oh hey, and it's like, but they're still trying their best, and I'm always smiling, always tell them some compliments, tell them some jokes to make them feel better. And it, like good energy and smiles and laughter are contagious, and it just spreads happiness. So that's why I like to smile. Smile is my favorite. I don't know if you guys watched the movie Elf. That's where I got it from. Anyway, I love to smile because it makes other people smile too. And if you notice, if I know that if people start laughing and then the laugh is so funny and it's contagious, and I don't even know what they're laughing, I start laughing. But anyway, you guys, let me play the last video as I always do. And then I'll see you guys next Saturday, same time. And yeah, probably same time I'll spend talking because I really like to be here and talk about life, So thank you guys for coming again. I really appreciate you. I love you. Kings, please stay kings. Hold your head up high, be proud, okay? You are worthy. You are worthy of love and care and loyalty and support and everything, okay? Just be kind to yourselves. Love yourselves, okay? Improve where you need improvement. It's not that hard. At first, everything is hard at first, okay? Everything is freaking hard at first. But then once you get into routine of doing things, it becomes easy and it becomes a lifestyle. So, anyway, I love you all. Okay, let me play the last video.
This channel is designed to help you with this colossal decision that you are entertaining, looking at, which is, hey, I know you're done with dating in the West. Let's not even go there. Old story. But the question you're asking yourself is, are pastures possibly greener elsewhere on this beautiful planet of ours? Yes, the answer is yes. How do I know? I was in your very shoes, just a number of years ago. Now I'm happily married to my soulmate, my best friend, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, and life couldn't be better. But you gotta play your cards right, as anything in life. There's a few paths to success, and the rest of them are paths to failure. So to join for 30 days and do unlimited video dating for free, all you do is fill out the form in the description below this video, and Bob's your uncle. You can date them, traditional women, for 30 days on video right here, completely free, no obligation, no credit card, no nothing. The other thing that you really want to check out is if you're wondering, how do women rate you? First, Western women. What's your SMV, your sexual market value score? You know, your score from 1 to 10. How do Slavic women, traditional women, rate you? Is it any different? Here's a tip. Most guys get between a 1 to 3 point bump in their score from Western to Slavic. Why? Because they're traditional values. Now, the caveat here is if you're a serious guy, right? You're looking for love and marriage. If you're looking at play in the field, well, no, your SMV will go down. Then you can calculate your probability of marriage with a Slavic woman. And finally, you can calculate your maximum realistic, keyword, realistic age gap with a Slavic woman. All of those are on my calculator, yoursmv.com. Thanks very much. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and share the love.
Okay, guys, thank you very much again. I love you all. Sending out all the good energy, all the love. Please take care of yourselves, take care of your health, and I will see you next Saturday, same time. Love you.